right, hello everybody, and welcome to a very special video. Today we have a team draft. So we have Joint Exploration and System Magic, and we're doing a team draft where we're each on one of their teams. And so I have joined Joint Exploration with Ryan Condon, and Dom Harvey and MSJ have joined Team System Magic, and we're going to do a team draft. If you don't know what a team draft is, there's going to be 6 people, and each member of the team is sitting between someone from the other team. So it should be me and then someone from System Magic and then, Joint Exploration and then someone from System Magic. And it looks like we've got a ready check, so let's go ahead and get ready to draft. All right, here we are with our pack 1, pick 1. Our rare is Severance Priest, and I do like this card. When it enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You can choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile it, and then they get an XX Spirit. It's kind of like Skyclave Apparition, so it's like a mix of Thoughtseize and Skyclave Apparition. So something that's interesting about this draft, I'm just gonna hover a card for a second, is that I draft very similarly to the way Jason and CFT draft, where, I'll likely be playing some sort of soup deck with a lot of colors. All of the System Magic people tend to play 2 touching a third color aggro decks. I know that Greg's favorite deck in the format is red-white aggro, and so I think it's going to be pretty interesting seeing how we choose cards kind of with that. Other good cards in this pack are Stormplane Detainment and Static Snare. I think I'm going to take the Molten Exhale. I probably would have thought about it a little bit more, but I spent too long explaining the team draft. So, all right, now let's see. There's a fixing land, it's red-green. There is also a Lion Weight, which is a card I like, but probably won't take that early and is in different colors than my Molten Exhale. I do really like Purging Stormbrood. I think this is one of the better of the dragons. It also has the Omen that gives lifelink and hexproof, which I think is pretty valuable. I like these dragon decks, but I'm a little nervous that Jason and CFT may also be playing some sort of dragon deck. I don't know if there's anything. Both of these rares seem relatively unexciting to me. I do think that there's a deck I will play around Glacierwood Siege, but I don't know if today is the day. I could just take the red-green land, which maybe leaves us a little bit more open. I think I am going to just take the land. Okay. So this pack has a Mardu Monument. I think that card is pretty good. It's fixing and also makes warriors. It has Rally the Monastery. I really like this card. It makes 2 1/1s with prowess, or it gives 2 target creatures +2/+2, or it destroys target creature power 4 or greater, and it costs 2 less if you cast another spell this turn. We could look at possibly playing some sort of like multi-spell deck. There's a Black Dragon. The rest of the pack is like decently unexciting. Shock Brigade is pretty good in an aggro deck. I think I'm leaning towards Rally the Monastery. The Mardu Monument is good too, and it fixes, but I really like Rally the Monastery, so I'm going to go ahead and take that, and we'll see how it goes. I feel very spacey today. Alright, so there's a card in this pack I'm super excited about. I really love Mammoth Bellow. It makes a 5/5, and then you can harmonize from your graveyard to make another 5/5. It does mean we're probably moving a little further away from Rally the Monastery, depending on what our fixing looks like. But we do already have a red-green land. And to be honest, nothing else in the pack is particularly exciting to me. I do like Riling Dawnbreaker, and like any dragon is, I think, typically pretty good. And the Devotees are nice for fixing, but Mammoth Bellow seems like the strongest card in the pack. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. I try to approach these drafts by staying pretty open. So we'll see how that does us. I'm trying to make it so I can see our picks a little bit better, but okay. So this pack does have a rare in it, but it's really bad. Stalwart Successor is pretty good in like some of the Abzan aggro decks, but that's not really a direction our deck appears to be in. The 2 cards I'm excited about in this pack are Sagu Pummeler and Thornwood Falls. This card's really good. It's a 4/4 with reach, and that's like a pretty good tool in stabilizing versus the aggro decks. I do also really like Thornwood Falls, and it's fixing for our current colors. I think there's a good chance we'll find something replaceable for the Pummeler, so I'm going to go ahead and take the land. Okay, so I really like Effortless Master. It also works decently well with the colors we already have. Embermouth Sentinel is also interesting. It gets a land, and then Corroding Dragonstorm I think is pretty good in the dragon decks. Which, it's not that we're super far away from the dragon deck, but it doesn't seem like we're also particularly close. We haven't seen anything that would kind of push us in that direction. You know, we haven't seen any globes, no like really nuts dragons, and so I think I'm going to take this Effortless Master and to make that our pick. Wow, the Severance Priest made it all the way around. The problem with the Severance Priest here is that it doesn't really work well with the colors I already have. It's 2 colors off color of what I already have. There is a chance we get enough fixing that we can play it anyway. But I don't know if like I'd rather take that than Jeskai Devotee, which kind of helps fix us and is a 2-drop. I think I'm leaning towards taking the Jeskai Devotee. It's interesting that there's Hardened Tactician and Reigning Victor still in the pack, which both work pretty well with like some of the aggro strategies. Okay. So, Loxodon Battle Priest. I'm kind of far away from System Magic. I don't really know what Dom's draft strategy is here. Loxodon Battle Priest is probably one of the stronger cards. But I almost wonder if I can take this Glacier Wood Siege and make it work. I'm going to take the Siege. I don't know if I'm going to make it work, but we'll find out. Alright, there is a dragon in this pack, but it is one that's black and not terribly exciting. I think I'm going to take this Undergrowth Leopard. It's nice because you can bring it, like, one, you can play it as a 2-drop, which is nice for some of the aggro decks, but it also gets rid of a lot of the, like, problem enchantments in the format. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Undergrowth Leopard. Alright. There's 3 cards I'm kind of excited about here. I'd be happy with the Earthcarver, the Devotee, or the Dragon. The Dragon is slightly better in Dragon decks. It does also give us an Omen if we want to play the Glacierwood Siege. So I think I'm going to take the Dragon, but there's a chance that the Earthcarver would be slightly better here. All of these cards are pretty unexciting. I find that Worthy Cost is like pretty hard to fit in any deck. And since I don't anticipate... I guess we'll take the Worthy Cost. Maybe we can splash it as removal or something. I don't think we're passing anything too exciting. I'm going to take the Crotic Nest Guard. I typically would never play this card, but a 4/4 is a great way to stonewall some of the aggro decks. And so I'm going to go ahead and take that. We will take the real card, not the land, and take our last pick, Stillness in Motion, which I'm going to go ahead and move right over to our sideboard. Alright, our rare in this pack is New Way Forward. I really like this card. Just thinking about my fixing. I think that we can make it work. You know, we're probably already playing blue-red. If we find a way to splash the white and get enough fixing for that, we can also possibly play the Rally the Monastery. Not that we want to, but I really like this New Way Forward card. And so I'm probably going to take it. Okay, so now we're passing to MSJ. And I'm trying to think about what I saw. I didn't see very many red cards in the last pack. You know, I pack one, picked one, the Molten Exhale, and we haven't really seen anything exciting in red since. So it makes me think that, you know, they're probably in red. And I don't think we saw any of the exciting white things either, which makes sense based off of what we anticipated them to be drafting. So I think they'll probably take... Oh, I don't see the pack anymore. Okay. Alright, so we did get past a rare. We got past Revival of the Ancestors. I do think Revival of the Ancestors is really good in, like, the Abzan aggro decks. I don't know how good it is in our pile, especially given our fixing. It feels like we kind of are already pretty far away from playing, especially black, but also white. I do like Kishla Trawlers. It's a 3/2 when it enters, you can exile a creature card from your graveyard to return target instant or sorcery. You know, we've got New Way Forward, which is a pretty good instant or sorcery. We have the Molten Exhale. So I'm leaning towards taking the Kishla Trawlers here. I do also like Dispelling Exhale. There is another Purging Stormbrood, but it's pretty far off my colors. Ooh, actually, I want to take the Stormplane Detainment. I'm a little worried about having enough removal. And we do already want to splash white. And so I'm going to take the Storm O-Ring. and kind of make it work. All right. So, there's another Sagu Pummeler. Do select the card, and I do like Champions of Doosan. The white-black land is probably like the least useful piece of fixing we can take here, because it doesn't look like we're actually going to be playing black. There is also Osseous Exhale, which is a nice form of removal we can maybe take. But I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Sagu Pummeler. I'm just wondering how much green we're actually going to end up playing. Like, maybe I'd rather take the Osseous Exhale and look towards playing, like, something closer to Jeskai. Let's take the Exhale. Never bad to have removal. Speaking of Jeskai, there's a Glacial Dragon Hunt in this pack. You can draw a card, discard a card. When you do, if it's a non-land card, you can deal 3 damage. It is optional to discard, so it can be just, like, draw a card. And then it has Harmonize, which is pretty useful. So if we take out the, I guess if we're playing like some sort of spells deck, having the Glacier Word Siege is maybe not terrible if we have enough fixing for it. And I do think the cards that we have for green are a good reason to like play some sort of green fixing. Cftsoc Appraiser also great. Temur Tawny back also great. But I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Glacial Dragon Hunt. There's another Glacial Dragon Hunt. There's also a Songcrafter Mage. The colors on this image look so weird. It's Temur. When it enters, you can give target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard Harmonize until end of turn. And its Harmonize cost is equal to its mana cost. That seems pretty good. And I am definitely capable of playing like the Temur colors. We are definitely not seeing a whole lot of fixing. So we really need to be prioritizing that. This pack also has no fixing. There is, let's see, there's an Earth Carver, another Jeskai Devotee. I do like Unending Whisper. It's good at double spelling, and it can work with like some of your graveyard effects and things. I think I'm gonna take this Unending Whisper. I'm a little concerned about our fixing. Especially because we really want to be playing a lot of these white cards. Wow, the Overwhelming Surge made it all the way back around. I do think I'm going to go ahead and take the Overwhelming Surge. There's a couple reasons Overwhelming Surge is nice. One, it deals 3 damage, but it also destroys target non-creature artifact. And so if they have, you know, any of the monuments, it both can kill a creature and a monument, which is fairly strong. And the other card I would possibly take is the Osseous Exhale, but I don't really want to take any more white cards. I'm a little nervous about finding fixing for them, but I think we'll be okay. We're going to have to prioritize fixing pretty highly in pack 3, but it looks like our removal is pretty good so far. All right. Meticulous Artisan is pretty great in some of these soup decks because it makes a treasure, and that can be pretty notable. It is also a creature. The other card I'm considering taking is the Wayfarer. I do also not hate Exhale, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Meticulous Artisan since I'm a little concerned about our mana base. Ooh, another Late Battle Priest. I do think I'm going to take the Pummeler this time. It's just a kind of nice big creature, and none of the other things look like things we will play. This is why I didn't prioritize it in the last pack. All right, let's take the Temur Tawny back. This is unfortunately, again, you know, the one piece of fixing that's not super useful for the deck we're looking at playing. So it looks like we want to be Temur splashing white for some of our removal that we have. And we are definitely going to need more fixing. There's already less fixing at a table that has 6 people. And then I just so happen to know that I'm fighting over fixing with some of the other people at the table. So we'll prioritize it pretty highly going into the next pack. Okay. I don't think MSJ will be making use of this Breaching Dragonstorm, and so I'm going to take this Heritage Reclamation for our board. Throw these last couple cards in the sideboard. Well, This pack is really strong. So this pack is Elspeth, which I will be taking. We're going to have to figure out our mana to play a double white card. This card's really, really ridiculous. It doubles tokens. It makes 1/1s, so really it makes 2. You can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and that gives them all flying until your next turn, and you can also destroy things. This card's absurd. There's also Magmatic Hellkite. So now that we're doing a team draft, I'm going to try to kind of remember what cards are in this pack so that afterwards I can ask Ryan, presuming Dom took the Magmatic Hellkite, but Teeming Dragonstorm, also a good choice. And so I'm going to go ahead and take the Elspeth, planning to really highly prioritize fixing for the rest of the pack. And I'm anticipating Dom taking the Hellkite. But if Dom doesn't take the Hellkite, then Ryan can get it. We'll see. Alright. The land in this pack is white-black, which will not help us. There is also a Rediscover the Way, which looks at the top 3 cards. You can put 1 in your hand. And then at the end of it, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, target creature you control gets double strike. I think Rediscover the Way is just okay. But I don't think we're going to be playing a black removal spell. And the fixing in the pack for us is not incredible. We could also take the Kirin, which I'm not too opposed to. But we don't really have a lot of ways to draw cards. I'm between Kirin and Rediscover the Way. I think I'm going to take the Kirin, but I am not 100% sure. I think I'll take the Kirin. Something we can play a little earlier. Ooh, Temur Battle Crier. I really like I can't speak Temur Battle Crier. I think it leads to some really great aggressive decks where you can discount a lot of your things quite a bit. And we do already have a Temur Tawny back and some other things that work with it. My concern is that we're a little short on fixing for our deck, and there is a Temur Tri-land in this pack. And so, as much as I would like the Temur Battle Crier, I think I'm going to be a little bit more responsible and try to take some fixing. Okay. There's another Temur land, which is my anticipation of what to take here. Snakeskin Veil, also a thought. Abzan Monument is not quite the fixing colors we need. I feel a little bad to pass the Pack Beast, but I think it's okay. Let's take the Tri-land as a way to fix. Oh, I'm moving very quickly. So we now do have pretty good Temur fixing, but we still don't have fixing for white. We like straight haven't seen any. Speaking of fixing for white, I think I'm going to go ahead and take this Blossoming Sands. You know, we already have 22 playable cards. I imagine we'll be able to find one more in the last couple cards, or like worst comes to worst, we can play Heritage Reclamation. And so I really just want to prioritize fixing. I do like Areni's rebuff, which is something I would consider taking here otherwise, but I really want to be able to play our Elspeth and some of our white removal. And so I'll go ahead and take that Blossoming Sands. Keeping in my head Magmatic Hellkite, so that I can tell Ryan afterwards. I still think MSJ is in something red. Oh, interesting. Okay, this pack is Codis, which I think is a fairly strong card. I think I'm just going to remember Codis is here and not take it. As much as I like the idea of playing Codis, I don't want to make our colors any worse. We've got 2 options here. We can take the Embermouth Sentinel or the Riverwalk technique. I think I'm going to take the Sentinel just because it helps us fix, and I'm a little worried about our mana base. Okay. Another Lion Weight. I think I'm going to just take the Earth Carver. There is no fixing in this pack, and Earth Carver is stronger than some of the other cards that we have. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and take another Unending Whisper. I don't think we need another Earth Carver, and there's no fixing in the pack, so it appears we may not see any more fixing for the rest of the draft. And if that's 2, I think that's okay. You know, we get 5 free green sources, which is quite a bit. And so hopefully we can just play enough planes to kind of make it work. I do like Kirin, but I don't know. Maybe we really want to play less green. Okay, the Glacier Siege is not going to fit super well. Wow. Battlecry made it all the way back. Well, if they insist, I will play it. I think this card's underrated. Ooh. I'm gonna take the Abzan Monument just so somebody else doesn't get it. Oh my gosh. I have the hiccups. I'm so sorry. Alright, exactly where we're going from here. Based off mana, I am not 100% sure. I'm gonna wait for my team to do some of like our last cuts, but I think maybe we're cutting the Kieran. I'm trying to decide exactly what my splash is. Right of renewal. I'm trying to decide if I want another 2-drop or if I think I'd rather have the right of renewal as an option. I don't know if it's making my deck, but okay, well, I guess we'll take the Codis. It's unlikely to make it to Ryan, and so just make it so that Dom doesn't get it. All right, another Earth Carver. All right, so from here, we're going to go hop into a voice call with our team, and we'll all talk about our decks and building and stuff before we play our first match.
This in pack 3.
I took the Codis, and it's in my sideboard.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm updating the YouTube video. I'm now in a phone call with my team. We're talking about who has what. So we know Dom and System Magic both have Magmatic Alkites. I took the Codis. It's in my sideboard. And I got the Battle Crier. I also took the Songcrafter Mage. That was something that came pretty late.
Oh yeah, I saw that go by. Yeah, now they mentioned it.
Okay, so...
Yeah. Although I don't think that card's like... It's notable, but it's not a...
Okay, ooh, so it looked like Abzan looked pretty good.
I'm now sharing Nicole's green.
Should we build like one deck at a time, like collaboratively?
Sure.
I have one more comment on cards. I believe in pack 2, I passed Revival of the Ancestors. Or sorry, yeah, the Abzan one, which it doesn't look like it made it to Ryan. Did you see it, Jason? No. No, that means MSJ had to have taken it. No, it's pack 2.
Okay, so MSJ took that. I don't know if MSJ's playing it, because we were
just be hating it.
Heavy in Abzan, so maybe MSJ is splashing it or something.
Yeah, because also we wield the Host of the Hereafter, which is like a pretty strong Abzan card, and it was in a pretty weak pack. So yeah, I don't think someone else is like in this phase at all.
Okay, so we're going deck by deck and building. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
And we're on mine. Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my pile. My fixing for white is a little bit sketchy, but I'm gonna have to make it work because of the Elspeth. I did thankfully get 2 Teamer Tri-lands in pack 3.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank God. Which is useful. And so let's see. This is 5 lands, 27 cards. So we're looking at like 4 cuts.
Can we get these Unending Whispers out of here, or do you need the card draw? I guess there's more pressing things to get out of here, like the Effortless Master.
I actually don't hate this card, but I think it's fine. I also don't know if I need to be playing both of these Earth Carvers.
I'm looking at it. I'm trying to look at if there's a way to be base white.
Yeah, I tried to look at that, but it was so late by the time it started happening. I don't know if I have enough.
Like with this pool.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah,
this is...
I'm trying to like, do we need to be base any of these colors? It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, I think I agree with CFT. Like, can we be base white? I would guess white green. Like I would like to play like 8 white sources or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think I probably just like can because of the way my mana base is, but
probably like
I think you also might need to play this Abzan Monument without a swamp just to like fix your mana.
Yeah, it's
there
possible.
I don't know if I don't know if I believe in that one.
Yeah, I mean,
people not playing Heritage Reclamation main deck. I kind of am a Heritage Reclamation main deck.
Right of renewal?
Sorry, what'd you say?
I might play Heritage Reclamation over Rite of Renewal.
Yeah, Rite
Just
of
pretty.
Renewal doesn't seem like it really like has a place in this deck.
Hmm.
This is 24
Wait,
cards.
do you
So
have
this
a
would still have
song
a
for
cut.
him?
Wait,
Oh, I
are
guess
you a Glacier Siege deck? I guess you're a post-board Glacier Siege deck.
I wanted to be a Glacier Siege deck, but it didn't quite work out.
You have the tools for it. I just don't know if it's still good.
I think right now how I would describe this deck is 4-color messy mana. I think you should try to
Yes.
focus on not blue as the colors, like Naya. So I want to cut the Exhale and the Dragon, maybe.
Okay, this actually I think makes it look a little bit better the second you do
I
that.
like the Naya base. Yeah, for sure.
And then like I still do like the Rite of Renewal.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're definitely playing the Rite of Renewal just because of space. I also don't know if I'm a believer in this Abzan Monument just for fixing. I don't think I need it.
I think you do.
I would rather play a basic than that. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is 23. Let's just look at what the mana could possibly look like. So this is, we play 8 white sources. We need 6 planes, 7 planes. I don't even know if I have any basic searchers, do I? No, I don't think so.
You have your opponent's Hellkite.
I have my opponent's Hellkite. I also have Embermouth Sentinel.
Yeah.
Actually,
You need to be
Hellkite might be good for me.
you need to be playing basic for Evermouth Sentinel, certainly.
Okay,
so I think you want 1 blue.
We have 12 lands. If I play 3 forests, that would be 8 green sources.
Great.
What's the 8th? Oh, Hogan Tile. Yeah, no,
All
that's
5 of my lands tap for green. Wait, this is perfect.
Perfect mana base. Ship it.
All right, sold. All right, who are we looking at next?
Okay, let's look at mine next.
Okay.
Ours next. CFT and I drafted Jeskai Revelation, pack 1, pick 1, and then we kept taking Dispelling Exhales. So if you were wondering if anyone else has Dispelling Exhale, the answer is probably no.
I have one.
No.
Right now we're looking at a Black Splash, I believe, for these 3 cards.
Mana for that, I think.
Those cards are nice.
Which one is Strategic Betrayal? That's the exile their graveyard.
Yeah.
I would
probably
have
the main deck.
Flash for the inevitable defeat. Maybe Bargain.
I think Bargain and Defeat are definitely in the deck. I'm not sure about Betrayal.
Yeah, I agree. Right now we're at 30 with 6 lands, so we kind of only need 1 cut. Like we could just cut the Strategic Betrayal and just declare that's the deck.
I think I like that.
I don't hate that.
So how have you been on Poised Practitioner? Because it doesn't seem like you're excellent at double spelling. Given all that.
It is a little awkward to have double Narset for counter spells.
Yeah, the Narset's just a good card, but like I'm worried about Practitioner ever triggering.
I think it'll trigger.
Twice.
I think it'll trigger.
Wait, I have an idea. Fleeting Effigy plus Narset is a combination.
It is. Oh, it's yeah. You should be playing this Fleeting Effigy. I didn't see it. It's like kind of nuts, actually.
Well, the Fleeting Effigy is really bad if you don't have Narset, but in this strategy. But like,
when is Fleeting Effigy?
It's the one that we bounce in a turn.
Oh yeah.
I would not play that in a non-aggressive deck.
I don't know. I kind of like it with double Narset. I feel like you've got enough things to like find the Narsets.
It's not doing almost anything else otherwise.
We're also not main red. We're main white, I think.
Yeah. So it's hard to pump it a lot too.
I think the cut is just Strategic Betrayal, and I think this being the deck is pretty reasonable.
But is Underdog better than Practitioner in this deck?
You said Watcher of the Wayside?
Underfoot Underdogs.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe. Oh, actually, what if we cut Betrayal and Practitioner and play Devotee? Jeskai Devotee, just to be like a little more fixed.
That's reasonable, I think.
We don't need to be main white.
Okay, well, let's look at the mana first, and then we can decide if we need this Devotee.
Okay. Add basic plans. So, oh my god, I need to. Does this help? I don't know why my stream doesn't show. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna switch views. Sorry about this. There we go. That makes it better. I was having some stream difficulties. Sorry. So we definitely need like 9 blue sources, right? And then we want a swamp because of their Hellkites? Question mark.
That's I think that's fake.
I think that's pretty fake, yeah.
Okay, if we're not playing Betrayal, it's fake. And then like we can have 5 and 6, or we can have like a sum of 11 of the other sources. 12 counting the globe. We have one more red source because of blue devotee.
Yeah. So 9, 6, 5, 3. That seems. I could go 8, 6, 6. But
I would
think,
not go 8 blue. Like there's a red source from this devotee too.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, no, I like this.
Okay.
This makes me want to play the Jeskai devotee over this practitioner. But
Okay, I'm down.
I just think practitioner is like not very good with the counter spells.
Okay,
Yeah.
how about a land instead of this devotee? I guess like Cftsoc or whatever. Okay. Fine.
I think we have Cftsoc and also we have this globe. I think I like this.
You could play Watcher of the Wayside for the Monastery Messengers.
I don't like that.
Or
the Kishla Trawler.
Is that better than devotee? It might be better than devotee.
It might be. But the fixing's kind of nice.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Wait, we can reevaluate after sideboarding or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's look at Ryan's.
Yeah. Look at our deck. It's a lot more boring. Figured it was pretty much just the correct deck to draft for the seat, but yeah. So this is where I'm at currently with it. I guess we can export to sealed deck if that's easier.
I mean, this works if it works for you.
So this is 23 currently. We have we're basically soft splashing white with these triple Stormplate Detainments and the Sage. Currently,
that's a lot of Stormplate Detainments.
Yeah, it is. We had 3 of them, I think, after pack 1 or first pick of pack 2 or something.
Yeah, it was one of them was first pick of pack.
But yeah, so we also have these as white cards, but other than that, we can kind of be base black, if we want to, just black green. We have one of these in the board, a Bloodflies with 2 Death Gorgers and the Merchant, but I think probably just not worth playing. It's just a terrible card.
Are the Death Gorgers good?
Oh, I think this is just a good card in this format. The body's pretty nice, and putting a counter on Formation Breaker is really nice. We have 2 Formation Breakers.
I would say the Death Gorger has felt like a good card to me.
I agree.
But
I'm a little worried about all the 6s.
Well, they're not 6s; they can just be 2s.
Yeah, I understand. But I feel like you want to be able to cast them for 6 sometimes.
Yeah. You just can. But yeah, we have some options in the board. We have a Sarkhan's Resolve that's pretty nice. We have some Alicia's Legacies. We have another 2-drop if we want it.
Okay, so I would assume that the other team has a lot of aggro, and so I would not want to main deck something like Resolve because they're less likely to have random dragons, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Same with Legacy, I would argue.
Yeah.
Maybe we want.
So Leopard is the most appealing card in the sideboard, probably.
Yeah, but I think this is probably just my 23.
Yeah.
Well, I would say the Saga Wildling is a land.
I guess maybe this is a 16 land plus Saga Wildling deck because we have 0 card advantage pretty much.
I would say Saga Wildling is always a land.
Wait, I think that this is a 17 lands plus Sagu Wildling deck because you have Feral Deathgorger, Earth 2 Deathgorger, 2 Earthcarver. You can spend 6 mana.
Yeah, and the Stormbirds.
Well,
I think.
Yeah, but
I would place a 17 in the.
I don't like that you have no card draw.
Right. I agree with CFT. I think that is a real concern. I think it's the deck's main weakness, but like I don't know if we should try to address it by playing 16 lands, especially when the source counts are likely not to be perfect.
Yeah, I don't want to address this by playing 16. Is
Okay,
basically my
fine.
take. Like I think something will have to give, and I'd rather give on the like flooding more than the like not being able to cast your like lots of white splash and your powerful like 5 and 6 mana cards.
I think
I
that's
agree.
so. Currently, let's look at like the source counts. I want at least 8 green, obviously. And so adding 7 forests gets us to that. It would be 6 white if we had 3 of those, 3 planes, and then 7 black.
This is currently 18 lands.
Okay, that's 18. So annoying. We could go down a white source, which gives us 5 white sources plus wildling.
I think that's fine.
That's enough for like 4 white cards and the Stormbroods and the Merchant, I think.
I just don't really want to give on the other things, so
Yeah.
I think that's like kind of where you end up giving.
Desmond, how do you feel about 9 green? Because
I'm a
derived this
9.
opinion from you.
I am a 9 green supporter. I hadn't gotten around to saying it, but I am a supporter of 9 green.
Do we have
I
space
asked you
for 9
because
green?
I derived this opinion from you.
What?
I would like there to be 9 green sources, not 8.
And what would you cut to accomplish this is my question.
Oh, okay. I would cut a black.
So going to 6 total black sources, not counting the wildling in the deck.
7 with
Wildling
the
just
wildling.
counts.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're not counting wildling, and like the wildling is just a land.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're on 9, 7, 6. 9, 7, 6.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Yeah.
I
You
think
don't
we
really
could go
have that
9,
many
8,
more black
5
cards than white
also.
cards.
I think 9, 8, 5 might be better, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, the white cards can totally be cast later, but we do have a lot of them, so we really can't go without white is the only thing. It's
I
close.
think 9, 7, 6 is more natural to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, I like 9, 7, 6.
I think like our white cards can be cast late, but like we'll need them as like mid game plays enough. And I think at only 5 white sources, especially with Saga Wildling being a little bit strange because sometimes that gets black.
And just checking, no one thinks there's a card in the sideboard we should be playing here.
Don't
Trying
think
to
so.
like relevant ones. Oops, not that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think our deck was pretty straightforward.
Easy.
All right. Right. I'll send them a message and let them know we are ready. All right. For my first match, I am playing against System Magic. And so we'll see how it goes. I'm assuming they're playing an aggro deck. They are one of the people that have Hellkites. Good to know. Yeah. I'm assuming they're playing some sort of aggro deck. All right, here we go. It appears we have loaded in. Okay. They get to be on the play. That's so rude. All right. Our opponent's on the play. Our mana seems a little sketchy, but we can cast Exhale, and then, presuming we draw a land, we can play the Nest Guard. I think that's probably good enough. I think I'm going to keep it. Especially acknowledging that they're playing some sort of aggro deck likely. It just feels like these are pretty strong cards to have. Opulent Palace? What? That's not what I was anticipating. I wonder if maybe they're playing Abzan? This is just really not what I was expecting. Well, our draws have not been particularly good, given what they're playing. I did keep this hand assuming they were playing an aggro deck. Just go ahead and take the 2. I don't really want to use my exhale on a Embermouth Sentinel. Champion of Doosan. Okay, so I don't really want the Neskar to block the champion, so I think I'm just going to hold up the exhale and use the exhale on the Champion of Doosan. Go ahead and kill it. We have no Behold. We'll play the Neskard next turn. It's a little mana inefficient, but I don't want to just like block the Doosan with the Neskard. Alright, well, this is a much better blocker for the Gurmag Night Watch. So that's positive for us. Okay. Embermouth Sentinel and Anok Wayfarer in the graveyard. Go ahead and play our Neskard. And we have drawn lands. Like, we are looking at being able to play our Earthcarver, but I think theoretically we would like to draw non-green white lands. Because we're now super far away from casting the rest of our spells unless we draw a red source instead of a blue source. Our mana is not quite this sketchy. But there's a chance I should have mulliganed. I just figured that this hand would be good until whatever they were playing, but they're definitely playing something different than I was anticipating. Haven't really seen anything other than green cards. And some Embermouth Sentinels. Embermouth Sentinel would be a pretty good draw for us here. My guess is they're deciding whether to kill the Neskard or not. With some sort of kill spell. Oh, baby. That's terrifying. Let's see. They're just gonna recast it on the Night Watch. Another... Oh, okay, they did recast it, thank God. Okay. I do think I'm just gonna take 5. So we have this as a blocker option for the following turn. Alright, well... We're not drawing particularly well here, which is definitely screwing us over a bit. Hopefully we can just play our 7/7 next turn. And that'll be enough to kind of get us out of this. But we'll see. A 7/7 is bigger than the Night Watch with the counter on it, which is positive. Oh, baby. Well, this is a problem. I think we might just be dead. We can play the Earthcarver and make 2 creatures. But... I guess it's our only way of staying alive, so we should just do it. Oh no, they can give trample. We're dead. Okay. Well, they're playing a slightly different deck than I anticipated. Alright, here we are for game number 2. I'm going to go first this time, and our mana definitely looks a little bit better this time. So we'll go ahead and keep it. Hopefully we can draw some lands, but we do have Heritage Reclamation to draw an extra card, and we have Artisan to make a Treasure, which should help us cast some of our 3-color spells. I like their little spiky guy. He's kind of cute. Alright, they gained 1. And I am not in a rush to play the Heritage Reclamation, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Rugged Highlands. And then we'll play either Exhale or Reclamation next turn. We could destroy target artifact. And I think I probably will, given that I can't exhale. I think killing this 2/1 and protecting our life total a little bit is... Okay, well. I would rather, if they were going to use a snakeskin veil, that it be used in a manner similar to that. So that's positive. Alright, I'm probably playing a land, and then I'm just deciding if I want to... I think I'm just going to play our tap land. Probably cast Exhale. We could have played Artisan this turn, but I like that this lets us have all of our mana set up to play our multicolor spells. And then from there, we can start recasting stuff. I am just going to go ahead and kill the Embermouth Sentinel. They put a counter on it to protect it, so... Then we can use our Songcraft Mage to cast it again, but I am going to go ahead and use our Mammoth Bellow. Okay. We'll make an elephant. Okay. That was rude. All right. So we can play Songcraft Mage and then block as a method to killing the Gurmagnite Watch. That also kills it as an 8/8, which feels like a useful stance because the Synchronized Charge can make it an 8/8. And so I think that'll be my plan. I'm just going to play the Bivouac and pass. Synchronized Charge is so broken. Okay. I think I still want to do it. Gets rid of their only creature. I also could have considered using the Heritage Reclamation. Okay, go ahead and cast the Exhale. Not be holding a dragon. And then blocking. Alright, that's positive. At least we have gotten rid of the creature on their side. Alright, Champion of Doosan. Looks like they're just going to put 2 counters on it. Which is not ideal for us because we don't really have a good block for it, but... Okay, well, that's pretty useful. So I'm going to go ahead and play both of our spells. We'll get rid of the Champion of Doosan. Play our Artisan. Which will also give us a treasure. And then we can just cast Mammoth Bellow next turn, which is nice. Cftsoc Appraiser. Okay. Stalwart Successor. That makes sense. It's not really castable. Essence Anchor. Well, this is pretty entertaining. It kills both things on their side of the board. Create a 2/2. Only during your turn and only have a card left the graveyard. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll attack. Oh, I missed a prowess trigger. Oops. But that's okay. They can make fun of me for it later. They do get a Surveil. But we can save our Overwhelming Surge for something that's like maybe a little bit scarier. The nice part about the Detainment is it also means that they, the Champion of Doosan's exiled. Okay. Gonna go ahead attack. This is 8. 12, 13. It still wouldn't be lethal even if we cast the rally. And now I think we're looking pretty safe. They'll crack the Evolving Wilds. And then I wonder if maybe we just don't let them get the Surveil. I don't think the Surveil really matters, though. We'll let them get it. We can deal with basically whatever they play. Rennie's rebuff. Yeah, I think that's fine. If we cast Rally the Monastery for... Okay. We'll destroy it before they can put it in their hand. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and make 2 creatures. Oh, because this left the graveyard. Okay, I see. Just deciding if I want to cast this. I think I still want to make 2 1/1s. Planes. Go ahead and attack for 3. Just pass. No reason for them to know we drew a land. Unending Whisper. It looks like it's a good thing we took the Unending Whispers. Ooh. That's not good for us here. I think I kind of screwed up not destroying this anchor earlier, which is a little unfortunate, but... Okay, playing the Pummeler is at least useful. Wonder what they drew. They're thinking quite a bit. Could also be thinking about, like, if they want to tap a creature for Unending Whisper or something to draw another card. Let's see. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands out of their deck. It's quite a bit. Okay, they tapped the 2/2. They probably assumed that if they drew a card that they would need more mana to cast it. Tapping it does seem a little scary for them. Could use to draw something good. Lion Weight. Oh, that's bad for us. Okay, well, Molten Exile's great. They're dead. Okay, on to game 3. Okay, here we are for game number 3 with a hand I definitely need to mulligan. It only has 1 land. Okay, we'll keep this one. And... don't have a white source, but we're also pretty far away from casting the Earthcarver. I think I'm going to put the Earthcarver on the bottom, just because it seems like with the way that they're trying to win the game, New Way Forward will be very useful. Unending Whisper. Okay. And now we can cast it too, which is nice. Go ahead and play our tap land. And it seems like comparative to what they've been doing, this hand lines up decently well. Overwhelming Surge is really great versus their deck. Probably just play the Crotic Nest Guard next turn. Hopefully we draw a land. If not, we'll probably play the Glacial Dragon Hunt. Gurmag Nightwatch. Okay. They do have several copies of Lion Weight. Just letting my team know. Teamer Tawny back. Okay, well, let's cash Glacial Dragon Hunt. Hopefully we can find a land. It's not a land. I don't think we need this Jeskai devotee. We can thankfully cast this again next turn, but hopefully we can just find a land without that. Skimmer. Rebuff. Okay. I kind of want to kill the Skimmer before they get the chance to draw a card. And so I think I will probably do that. I just don't want them to draw a million additional cards. And like by passing, I just like I'm giving the opportunity to just like play the rebuff again and draw a card. And I don't really like that line of play. Okay. Making it a copy of Cftsoc Appraiser. Well, it definitely could be scarier. Watcher the Wayside. Okay. Still no land. I think I am going to go ahead and play the Teamer Tawny back. Hopefully it can help us find a land. Okay, that is a land. I think I'm going to discard the... This card does seem like it's a kind of good blocker, though. Should put the Pummeler in the yard. Seems better with our mana for the next couple of turns. And then if they want to bounce Tawny back, they can, but it's not like the end of the world for us. Being able to play Songcrafter Mage and then... I guess we're not going to be able to do both. It's a little too... mana difficult. Green, blue, red. So we need to draw basically any source that's not white, and then we can do it. Or even white works, right? Because we can do green, blue, red. Oh, no. Because we can only have one green source. Synchronized charge. Okay. I do think I'm going to go ahead and just trade with one of them. The double Cftsoc Appraiser is kind of scary. And then if they want to use some sort of pump spell or something, they can. Yeah. That's very entertaining because I am the one that was a proponent of Sarkhan's Resolve. Okay. Play our land. Play the Nest Guard. It's a fairly good blocker. How much cost? We could also... I think I might go ahead and tap this to draw a card. They have rebuff anyway. Oh, I can't play my Exhale now. I don't love the way I did this. That's okay. We'll discard the Songcrafter Mage to kill one of the Cftsoc Appraisers. Then next turn we'll leave up New Way Forward and Exhale. Definitely feel like we have an upward battle coming on for us here. Yep. It's about what I anticipated. I think we'll play our land. Play the Nest Guard again. And then... Oh, I thought we had enough lands to play New Way Forward. I guess we don't. Okay, that's fine. I think we'll just hold up Exhale. Which is not ideal, but... it at least forces them to act first. I don't know why I thought we had 8 lands. I thought I could play this and still hold up New Way Forward. Stalwart Successor. Okay. Oh, and then they're probably gonna synchronize charge. We'll see what they do. Each creature. Okay, so just put the counter first. So if they do this, they don't get to like get 2 Hardened Scales effects. We'll see what they do. Playing with the little guy over here. Look at the little guy. Look at him spin. One of the other things about playing somebody else who's making content is they're talking through all their lines. And so it results in them taking a lot more time on their turns. And there's not like any clock or something that at some point is going to make it so that they don't, Oh, I see. Okay, and then they can make a copy of, or they can synchronize charge both of them. That's cool. I'm gonna say nice, because I think that's cool. Okay. Yep, they get 2 more counters. And it does have... Oh, it is Menace. I guess they were trying to see if they could kill me. Which... They can't kill me now. But it's pretty scary going into the next turn. Okay. So I'm playing my land. I'm fairly certain I'm passing. I need to exhale the Menace creature. And then I'm going to cast a New Way Forward on the Cftsoc Appraiser. And then hopefully with that amount of interaction, we're able to stabilize. It'll be unclear. I wonder if they know what I have. I haven't just conceded. So we'll see. I forgot about the copy getting Menace. Okay. Let's go ahead and exhale the Stalwart Successor. Okay. Cast a New Way Forward. And we'll draw a lot of cards. We're at 1, so there definitely is an amount of stabilization we have to do here. But we have a lot of cards to do it. Elspeth will definitely be a good help. Ooh, Elspeth Rally the Monastery is kind of great. It makes actually 1,000,000 tokens. Hit him with the hello. I'm sure they were just assuming I was dead. Okay, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8 lands next turn. And Elspeth Rally the Monastery is... Okay. So... if we cast Teamer Battlecrier, our spells will cost 2 less. So then Elspeth will cost 3. And Rally will cost 1 because it only discounts colorless. So we'll cast the Teamer Battlecrier, which will then make it so... Ooh, can we also cast the Artisan? Artisan's 2 mana, makes a treasure. Yes. And then when we cast the Elspeth, it will cost 1 less. Okay. Let's make some 1/1s. During your turn. We'll cast Rally and make 4 monks. And then is there anything in their graveyard that's like super useful for them? Not really. Because we can Rite of Renewal. Okay, we'll Rite of Renewal. And get back the Songcrafter Mage. And the Pummeler, I guess. And we can shuffle back. Oh, I don't think we actually want to shuffle these back. Tawny back, I guess. What a sick game. Good game. All right, here we are for match number 2. This time we are battling MSJ. I do have an update. Ryan also won his first match, and Joint Exploration lost. So currently MSJ is up a game. It does look like I'm gonna have to mulligan this hand. I lost the die roll, so my opponent's on the play. MSJ is playing red-white aggro with like river wheel sweeps and stuff. But I can't cast anything, so let's mulligan for something a little better. Okay, let's keep this one, and we'll put the Songcraft Mage on the bottom since we can't cast it. And hopefully Elspeth is enough to kind of keep this hand alive. Jeskai Devotee, okay. Wow. Impressive mana base we've got going on here. I expect to cast Osseous Exhale this turn, and so I am just going to pass so that I can kill the Devotee. The good news is that if I draw 1 mountain, I can cast my Glacial Dragon Hunt because I'll be able to filter. Underfoot Underdogs. Okay. So let's go ahead and play our 2/2. And hopefully we can draw any land. Like, we need lands to play our spells. So hopefully we can draw something of said nature. Mountain. Jeskai Devotee. And a monument. Okay. So it appears our Undergrowth Leopard has done a pretty decent job here of keeping our opponent off of us. I'm really contemplating just destroying the Jeskai Monument. Dealing with the flyers is going to be really annoying. But I also don't really want MSG to get like free attacks this turn. So I'm just going to pass. Assuming that this is a crack of the monument. Yep. Ooh, Pack Beast. Yeah, that's not great for us. Okay, we did draw land. So we can at least rally the monastery. My guess is we're gonna rally the monastery. The Pack Beast is like a removal spell. Okay. All right. Alternatively, we can make 2 1/1s, which is better here, I think. If we make 2 1/1s, we can trade with the 1/1 and the Pack Beast, but we lose the Leopard. So I think it's better to just destroy the Pack Beast. And Just none of these blocks are very useful for us. Okay, we did draw land, which is nice. We can play Elspeth. And we're just going to start making tokens. There is a chance that Elspeth does not last very long, but the longer we can kind of play creatures, I think is our best bet here. Can make 2 3/3s, presuming Elspeth lives the turn. I'm happy to just make chump blocks that result in Elspeth living. But if they give the devotee, like, unblockable and then cast 2 spells, it might be kind of hard to keep Elspeth alive. And it does require us to draw lands. Okay. Alright, we're adding a bunch of attacks. Guess is the underdog's making something unblockable, yeah. Okay. So 3 unblockables coming at the Elspeth. And so if we block like this, Elspeth takes 4. I think that's fine. Ah, okay. So Elspeth is dying, which is a little unfortunate, but it's not looking great for us. Okay, we would really prefer any land other than 5 planes, but this gives us a reach creature. My guess is that winning this game from this point is going to be pretty impossible, given that we can't cast any of our spells. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay, here we are for game number 2. Looks like we can keep this. Some stuff's definitely a little uncastable, but we have some lands. Can play our Undergrowth Leopard. Okay, let's go ahead and play our Forest. Okay, well, Embermouth Sentinel, definitely useful. Let's go ahead. I'm going to get a Mountain and put it on top. Shock Brigade. Okay. Go ahead, play our Mountain, and this at least means we can cast our Tawny back next turn. Hopefully use it to find our other sources. I am going to double block. There is a chance that we get kind of blown out by the plus Riposo, and it kills both of our creatures, but I think getting the creature off the board is definitely relevant. Okay. Go ahead and play our Tawny back. Okay, discard one of our lands. And we can play Rite of Renewal next turn and get back our Embermouth Sentinel as a way to get our last color. Which, while not ideal, you know, does get us somewhere, so we'll return these to our hands. Gonna shuffle nothing in. And we'll play our tap land. We don't really want to draw any more lands from here, but we need a blue source, so we'll probably go ahead and get it. Pack Beast. Okay, let's go ahead, go get our blue source. Play a land, or play our Undergrowth Leopard and a land, and we'll pass. We are a little flooded, but I think it's better for us to have all our sources, especially because Glacial Dragon Hunt will kind of help us dig. Oh man, that's a card for sure. So we are not going to be able to stop the making of the monk, unfortunately. But we will be able to destroy it. Till the end of your next turn. Okay. Definitely looking a little scary. Do you think I'm going to go ahead and block the underdogs? Go ahead and cast the Glacial Dragon Hunt. I mean, I guess we'll not discard anything, but I don't know what we're supposed to do with 2 more lands. We're going to take 7 this turn. Okay. Pummeler's not bad. There is a chance we're still just dead. But I think we should give it our best shot. Now we're dead, I think. That's technically only 5. Alright, good game. It is what it is. We're really, really flooded. Like, I know we got lands, but we've seen 12 of our 17 lands, so it's what it is. We'll be there for the next one. Alright. Here we are for match number 3 against Dom Harvey. We lost all 3 of our die rolls, so that's rather rude. But it is what it is, I guess. Blue, red, white. We can cast our New Way Forward. We can cast our Exhale. Sure. It's a couple lands, but... Dragon Fireblade. Okay. Go ahead and play our Frontier Bivouac. They didn't play anything, so we'll go ahead and play a tap land. And you know, we got some good late game options. Alright, looks like Mardu, Kintree Nurture. Assuming making a 1/1. Yep. Ooh, Crotic Nest Guard. That's a good draw. Gives us a good blocker. They can equip the Dragon Fireblade to the Nurture, but it does cost 3 mana. And I don't know if that's what he wants to spend his turn doing. Teeming Dragonstorm. Okay. Appears we are going wide. Let's go ahead and play a land and pass. Hopefully our blocker is kind of just like doing its job at stonewalling. We can always kill a creature this turn if we want to, but I think my plan is like play New Way Forward and draw a lot of cards. Wait to see what Dom does. Ooh, that card's a little scary. I don't love the drain effect. I do think I am going to go ahead and kill some things. I think we'll kill 2 things. It's just kind of mana efficient this turn. And as much as I'd rather not get drained for a bunch, I want to cast New Way Forward next turn and the Earth Carver the turn after that. And so I'm not going to have another, like, really good time to do it than right now. I mean, there is a chance that, like, we just don't get to... No, because they'll put the Dragonfire Blade probably on the Stormsinger so that it can attack. And then we should be able to cast a New Way Forward, hopefully. I think I'd like to draw some cards. Okay. Okay, it does have hexproof and monocolored, but you know it's not monocolored? New Way Forward. Go ahead and... Oh, they're attacking with everything. So let's block the 2/2. Give Dom a nice hello prior to drawing our hand of cards. Okay, and I think I'm on the vote of, like, casting Battle Crier to start making our stuff cheaper. So if we cast Battle Crier, now our spells cost 2 less. Green. Can we actually cast this? Is it right? No, right? Because we only have green. Oh, we can. Haha, nice. Guess we'll get rid of one of the planes. And now all our spells cost like nothing. Which is nice. Marshal of the Lost. It's a little spooky. I do think I'm just going to make like a big block on the Stormsinger. It's a 7/7. I'll probably block it with the Nescard and the 20 back. Like this. Get rid of the 1/1. Will drain us. But I think that's okay. And we get to keep the Battle Crier. Alright. So... I think I want to Surge. So I'm going to cast the Earth Carver first. And I do think I'm going to make a 3/3. Just so we're going a little wider. Oh, I guess we can also cast the Devotee this turn. Because we can use it to filter. We'll deal 3 and kill the blade. And attack for 4. And at this point, I think we've stabilized. It should be relatively difficult for Dom to figure out how to come back from here. Alright, I'll see you guys for the next game. Alright, here we are for game number 2. I did keep my hand prior to starting the call, but I think that's okay. Our mana's great. We can cast all our spells. I'm over the moon to kill this card. And so I will be discarding a useful card. Unfortunately, I think that's going to be Cftsoc. The other cards in our hand are just a little too valuable, I think. And we definitely want to kill the Sinkhole Surveyor. Kieran, okay. Enters return up to, okay. So... Oh, we don't have a white source. I was contemplating playing the Kieran, but it appears I did not fully think that one through. Okay, well, we'll play the Meticulous Artisan. It does give us a blocker. But I'm unsure how much of it will matter after playing New Way Forward and Elspeth. Okay. And I do think we can play Elspeth first. but it's not clear to me that's true. I think we can. We'll make some soldiers. Likely does mean that we're like chumping for... maybe we should have played... Okay. It appears Tom does not think he can beat Elspeth. Alright, well, I did my due diligence. I won more than I lost, so 2-1 in the team draft. I'm not going to complain too much. Currently, so that's all of the matches that Dom had to play. So Dom, I went 2-1. Ryan, I believe, is 1-0 and playing in System Magic. And Joint Exploration is waiting to play against System Magic and is 1-1. So I think that means we need to get one more. And then we've got there. So hopefully Ryan can get there. If not, then I'm sure Jason can do it with CFT. So I'll come back with the results before I say goodbye. All right, thank you guys for watching. We did end up winning the draft 5-4. System Magic did take down Joint Exploration, but Ryan was able to beat MSJ. And so all I'm saying is we're on top. I really appreciate everybody watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and comment on this video, subscribing. It really helps the algorithm, and we're having a good old time. And hopefully, I think we plan on doing these first sets in the future, so that should be really exciting. I will see you guys in the next video.